Welcome back. We're on to a new candidate in our District 5 of the Bryan City Council race. In Aggie, Schumann is a military veteran who says the city needs to be more transparent. I caught up with him at Polite Coffee in Bryan, where he says that he wants to help more people have their voices heard. You know, you said you've actually been here. You've been here to the Kyle House before.
Yeah, I've been to the Kyle House before. Back when I was a kid, my cousin got married here.
So what's your go-to drink?
Typically just black coffee guy. So I never actually drank coffee until I got in the Army.
Nice. I get lattes, I get cold brew, I get shaken espresso, I get pour over, I get the whole 9 yards of coffee. On a more personal level, are there any phrases or mottos or beliefs that you strive to live by day to day?
So my campaign motto is firmly grounded, forward-thinking family man, or something of that.
A lot of alliteration.
Yeah, one of those words and some of those in one of those orders. If someone's not sitting there thinking outside the box and coming up with ideas, then you just stay status quo, and status quo leads to, failure. I've got one little girl myself. We're trying to have more. Hopefully one day God bless us with a couple more here or there. If not, we'll look to adopt maybe one or two as well. I've been a member of the military, member of the Corps of Cadets at Texas A&M. Family, big, hearty, mess with you, get in each other's business has always been part of my life. So that's why I want to be more involved in the city.
You told me you've never run for public office before, so why now?
So one of the things that made me really decide to do it was I felt that the citizens of my area weren't really getting a very good voice in what was happening, and we didn't get a lot of information when it came to the city talking to us when it came to putting the water tower in.
Mentioning the water tower, do you think that is the most pressing issue for your area?
I wouldn't say it's the most pressing issue, but it was what made me realize that citizens of Bryan don't necessarily get a very good dialogue from the city. We get to talk to the city all day long, every day, but the city doesn't necessarily do a very good job of communicating back to us.
You said that the city council didn't let you know about it until after the fact.
Very few people got the notice that was going to be rezoned or even up for rezoning. And the gentleman who lives across the street from the property in question had no idea because he lives in the county. So he got no notice. He's having a 200-foot water tower put in his front yard, and he wasn't notified at all until after it had passed, and they put up a sign saying future home of the water tower.
Since there's going to be a fairly new council after the election's over, do you believe that you, as well as the new council members, can increase the transparency from the city to the citizens?
I definitely hope so. That's going to be my number one goal, is to ensure that the laws get updated to be more forthright with the citizenry, making sure that the minimums get increased significantly as far as what communication levels are.
Are there some shortcomings that the city has made that you'd want to see solved by the end of your term?
So there's definitely some things that need to be improved on. There's some roads that need to be redone, some sidewalks that need to be laid and stuff of that nature. But you definitely want to see growth as well.
The biggest point are you trying to drive home is that complacency is the biggest enemy.
We don't want to start shrinking. When you start shrinking, it's very hard to battle back from that. So you have to have that good mixture of growing within your means and within your limits, but at the same time not shrinking.
You said that you don't want to press your beliefs on another person. Say, for example, the city is considering an issue and you're standing firmly on your stance. Would you press it on your other council members to side with you if you believe in that issue strongly enough?
That's what politics is supposed to be, is representing your citizens and doing what's best for your area. And that's the beauty of local politics, is that you have the actual opportunity to be a voice for your neighbors.
Now, next week, we're on to new races. We're talking with those running at the county level and the candidates running for the mayor of Bryan.